Mumbai's green lung in danger again. MMRCL resumes work of the Aarey metro car shed. Citizens warned not to interfere. Finally, the viral fever's boss Arunabh Kumar is accused of sexual harassment in the dock. The police sources say TVF CEO is absconding and the police is now trying to trace him to record his statement.
मिल नहीं रहा बिल्कुल। ये लंच का टाइम है, पूरा भरा रहता था, बिल्कुल सन्नाटे में बैठे हम लोग। जब से नई सरकार बनी है, जब से ऐसा हुआ, लौकी के कबाब, दाल के कबाब, बस यही चल रहा है।
The crackdown on illegal slaughterhouses in Uttar Pradesh. Now meat is off the menu in Aligarh Muslim University. Students want the Vice Chancellor to intervene. First up, all the latest on the Aarey controversy. The Mumbai Metro Rail Corporation Limited, or MMRCL, has restarted work building the controversial Aarey metro car shed. The work has begun despite the residents of Aarey colony protesting the construction. Now, nearly 30 police personnel were seen providing security to the MMRCL staff. My colleague Disha Shah gets us this ground report. Take a look.
Yes, absolutely. The MMRCL, that's Mumbai Metro Rail Corporation, has started the work yet again on the Metro 3 Carshed here in Aarey. And the visuals that you see, of course, behind me, these are the visuals, just the recent visuals. Since morning, the MMRCL workers, they are here. They have started digging here in the Unit 19 in Aarey Mill Colony for the construction of Metro 3 Carshed. And of course, when we spoke to a few workers, what they tell us is that they are going to take today the entire one day to install machines. And as you can see, there's a high security over here. There are more than 20 police officers here who have been stationed for the security reasons. And of course, when we spoke to the MMRCL, what they say that they have sought for a police protection from the Aarey police station so that the residents and the Aarey, the Tabela owners here in Aarey, they do not stop them in their work. Of course, the citizens and the Tabela owners here, we know they have been protesting against the development because they say there's a status quo from the NGT and of course the High Court's order that no trees will be cut. But despite that, MMRCL has continued with the works. Of course, they say that they are not going to stop this protest, and as you can see, the police force is only going to increase throughout the during the day. And of course, the residents here, they tell us that they are not going to stop protesting to fight the only green lung in the city. This is Disha Shah for Mirror Now.
वो बोले सॉइल टेस्टिंग के लिए आए, हम लोग ने, हमको पता चला है कि कोर्ट ने उनको उसके लिए भी परमिशन दिया नहीं है, फिर भी वो कर रहे हैं ज़बरदस्ती। इसलिए हम लोग शांति के मार्ग से यहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट के लिए आए हुए हैं, बाकी कुछ नहीं है।
All we ask is, you know, you honor the word of the law, you honor, otherwise you're in contempt of court. And this is really not required. It is basically to create a scene of terror or, you know, to warn us not to go ahead and ask for our rights.
Yesterday they have asked for permission, which court denied, and after the permissions were denied, then also they have started work. So this is sheer arrogance.
We have given an assurance to the DCP also that we will not be entering into this area. We only want to show to the court that although there is a stay order, the activities are going on and complete violation of court order. So we are going for contempt proceedings.
Now, TVF boss Arunabh Kumar has been summoned by the Mumbai police to record his statement. The online digital entertainment founder and CEO has been accused of sexually harassing and molesting women who were employed in the organization. Over 50 women have accused Arunabh of harassment on social media. My colleague Aishwarya Paliwal gets us the latest from Mumbai's MIDC police station, where the complaint against Arunabh Kumar was filed this morning.
Taking cognizance of the FIR that was lodged against TVF co-founder Arunabh Kumar, the police here, the MIDC police, is now likely to issue summons to him. Now, these summons will be issued by late evening today, and if Mr. Kumar does not respond to this summon, then there are high chances that the police might even arrest him. Now, the FIR that was launched was by a victim who categorically says in her FIR that she had gone for an interview and met Mr. Kumar, and during that interview, Kumar molested her. Now, a case of sexual harassment has been lodged against Mr. Arunab Kumar, and the summon for that will be sent by today evening. That's the latest that is coming into the TVF case. Now, let me remind you that there are close to 50 women who took to social media and spoke about various instances in which Mr. Arunab Kumar, the co-founder of the Viral Fever, molested them, in some of the cases even harassed them. Now, taking cognizance of the latest FIR, the first in this case, now the police is likely to summon him.
And as far as the latest in that case is concerned, our sources with the police tell us that Arunab Kumar is in fact allegedly absconding. The police is now trying to trace the TVF boss to issue the summons and the notice that is due to him thanks to the police complaint that was filed against him today. Away from that, UP's ban on illegal slaughterhouses is now snowballing. Now meat has gone off the menu in Aligarh Muslim University, and this has enforced a dietary restriction which has in fact not gone down well with the students of the university at all. The student union has now written to the Vice Chancellor to intervene.
इससे लेकर थोड़ी सी दिक्कत है, लेकिन हम ये समझते हैं ये जो स्टेप लिया है योगी आदित्यनाथ सीएम साहब ने, तो ये एक अच्छा स्टेप है और इसको जो स्टेप लेंगे बड़े तो फॉलो किया जाएगा और ठीक है, हम इसके फेवर में और काफ़ी स्टूडेंट्स इसके फेवर में।
जैसा कि आपको मालूम है कि पिछले दिनों इलीगल स्लॉटर हाउसेस पर कुछ पाबंदी लगाई गई है, जिसकी वजह से हॉल के मेनू में कुछ चेंज किया गया है। जो लोगों को खाना अब परोसा जा रहा है उसमें अब दोनों वक्त वेजिटेरियन डिशेस सर्व की जा रही हैं, लेकिन हफ्ते में 2 दफ़ा चिकन सर्व किया जाएगा और बल्कि दिया जा रहा है। हमारे साथ हमारे डाइनिंग हॉल के इंचार्ज डॉक्टर शफीउल्लाह भी मौजूद हैं। उम्मीद है कि इस प्रॉब्लम का कोई हल निकलेगा और उसके बाद मेनू फिर से वापस वही हो जाएगा जो चल रहा था। बीफ हमारे यहाँ बैंड है और कभी भी सर्व नहीं होता, लेकिन जो गोश्त दिया जाता है, बड़े का गोश्त दिया जाता है, वो अब नहीं दिया जा रहा है इसलिए कि उसकी सप्लाई नहीं हो रही है।
Meanwhile, international food giant KFC is also facing the heat in the midst of the ongoing tussle between meat sellers and the government of Uttar Pradesh. My colleague Mohit gets us this ground report. Take a look.
A day after more than 50 Shiv Sainiks stormed this particular outlet of KFC here in Sector 14 Gurgaon, things have now returned to normalcy. But for these employees, they tell a horrifying tale of how the French forced shut down this outlet. How they were threatened to keep this outlet shut for the next 9 days. The authorities, however, have taken no cognizance of this entire incident.
3 दिन पहले सारे जो एक लेटर दिया गया है सबको कि आप अपनी जो भी शॉप्स हैं वो 9 दिन और मंगलवार, हर मंगलवार को प्लीज बंद रखें और इसके लिए आप हमारे समाज का कोऑपरेट करें। इसके अंदर ऐसा नहीं है कि एक पूरे गुड़गांव में 500 शॉप्स थी तकरीबन, ठीक है, उनमें ये नहीं था कि सारी शॉप्स किसी एक समुदाय की थी, हर एक समुदाय की शॉप्स हैं, हिंदुओं की भी हैं, मुस्लिम्स की भी हैं। तो हमारा ऐसा नहीं था कि हमने सिर्फ एक कम्युनिटी को टारगेट किया है, हमने एक धार्मिक भावनाओं को देखते हुए सिर्फ यही बोला है कि हमारा आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है प्यार से कि आप जाइए और अपनी शॉप्स बंद कर लीजिए। इससे पहले 3 दिन पहले हमने नोटिस इसीलिए इश्यू करे ताकि जो उनके पास स्टॉक है वो खत्म कर सकें और जो नुकसान है वो उनको नुकसान ना हो।
In fact, several shopkeepers are forced to sell dal kebabs in Uttar Pradesh, and that's the situation. Not just dal, all kinds of vegetables are being used to make kebabs in these shops, which used to churn out mutton and other kind of meat, which is currently unavailable. My colleague Prashant gets us this report from a kebab shop in Lucknow. Take a look.
The city of Nawabs, Lucknow, is missing its kebabs. Now, the mutton kebabs and the buff kebabs have become history in this city of Lucknow because ever since the Yogi Adityanath government took power in Uttar Pradesh, it has led to closure of all the illegal slaughterhouses, and as a result, there's a massive scarcity of meat in the market, and due to that, what you can see is the favorite buff kebabs and mutton kebabs are being now replaced by lauki ke kebab, sabji, dal. So these are some items that are now being sold as an alternative in these shops. I'm standing at one such shop that would be bustling, that would be full of people at this lunch time. ये क्या प्रॉब्लम आ गई जो आप लोग अब लौकी का, अंडे का ये सब आप बेच रहे हैं, सब्जी, दाल, पहले तो आप कबाब बेचते थे।
मीट मिल नहीं रहा, बिल्कुल ये लंच का टाइम है, पूरा भरा रहता था, बिल्कुल सन्नाटे में बैठे हम लोग सब। जब से नई सरकार बनी है, जब से ऐसा हुआ।
तो अभी मतलब क्या पूरी तरह से आप लोगों को गोश्त नहीं मिल रही, पूरी तरह से मीट नहीं मिल रही, या फिर कोई एक कॉमन जगह है जहाँ से मीट मिल रही है, या फिर महंगी मिल रही है?
नहीं, मीट मिल ही नहीं रही बिल्कुल। बिल्कुल मीट मिल ही नहीं रहा, इसलिए दाल सब्जी बेचना पड़ रहा थोड़ा बहुत।
और क्या किस किस चीज का कबाब बनाना शुरू कर दिया आप लोगों ने अब?
लौकी के कबाब, दाल के कबाब, बस यही चल रहा है।
Okay, so these are some things that are being sold as an alternative here, and as you can see, the entire restaurant here, the entire eatery. Now, remember, I'm at Old Lucknow, which is very, very famous for its kebabs, and you can see it's 2:15, and the restaurant is virtually empty. You can see the empty chairs here with only a few people sitting here. Also, what's very interesting here is dal ka kebab. Now, dal ka kebab is not something that I've ever heard in Lucknow. I've been in Lucknow for quite some time now. I've never heard dal ki kebab. ये आप मटन का कबाब बेचते थे, बफ का कबाब बेचते थे, दाल पे कैसे आ गए?
दाल मिली, मटन मिल ही नहीं रहा, दाल को बेचना ही पड़ेगा।
अच्छा,
दाल के कबाब है, मटन में कहीं मिल ही नहीं रहा है, तो कारोबार खराब हो रहा है। दाल के कबाब बेच रहे।
मतलब नवाबों को मटन कबाब, बीफ कबाब नहीं मिल रहा था, दाल का कबाब खिला रहे हैं।
हाँ, सबको दाल कबाब खिला रहे हैं।
So this is what the condition is here in Lucknow. People, in fact, the traders, be it small or big, they are not getting ample supply of meat, and as a result, they are forced to sustain their business by switching to alternatives like dal kebab or lauki kebab and kebabs of various other vegetables and grams.
मुर्ग भी क्यों कटना चाहिए, बकरा भी क्यों कटना चाहिए? उसमें भी तो जीव है, जिंदगी है उसमें। क्यों आखिर चाहते हैं कि गाय, बैल, भैंस, इससे बकरे, बकरी और मुर्ग को अलग रखा जाए? हत्या बंद होनी चाहिए और पशु को काटकर लोग अपना पेट भरें, इससे परहेज होना चाहिए, क्योंकि अहिंसा परमो धर्मा का देश है। हमारे देश में एक बड़ी आबादी ऐसे लोगों की रहती है जो अपने मुंह से कपड़ा लगाते हैं ताकि कोई कीटाणु भी पेट में न चला जाए। तो ऐसे देश में क्यों मुर्गा कटना चाहिए, क्यों बकरा कटना चाहिए? कोई पशु नहीं कटना चाहिए।
Time now to take a look at all that's making news from across the nation. First up, the liquor ban within 500 meters of national and state highways will stay. The Supreme Court has directed the central and state governments to ban the sale of liquor along highways. This ban comes as a setback for the Maharashtra government as it will result in a loss of around 11,000 crore rupees to the state's exchequer. However, confusion prevails on whether the restaurants that serve alcohol will also be a part of this ban or not. Prime Minister Modi met MPs and ministers in Maharashtra. Prime Minister has urged them to begin groundwork for the 2019 Lok Sabha elections as well as Maharashtra Legislative Assembly elections. He also directed the MPs to reach out to the people across the state and appraise them about schemes launched by the Modi government. Newly elected Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath met his party MLAs in Lok Bhavan. The BJP Legislative Party meet comes ahead of the first session of State Assembly. Yogi has appraised the MLAs about the rules of the House, process to elect the Speaker and tips to take the agenda of the party forward. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj raised the issue of the attack on African nationals in the parliament while condemning the recent attacks. Sushma Swaraj assured a non-partial probe into the incidents. 2 NDFBS militants were killed in an encounter with the police in Chirang district of Assam. 1 Iron SAS rifle, 1 pistol, 1 grenade and ammunition have been recovered from them. Acting on intelligence inputs, a team of Assam police launched an operation in Chirang and the encounter ensued in which 2 militants were gunned down. A fire broke out in a hotel in South Kolkata early this morning. 2 people were killed in the fire that engulfed the ground floor of the building. 30 people, including the hotel staff, have been rescued. 5 workers were killed in a tank mishap in West Godavari district of Andhra Pradesh. The incident took place in the tank of Anand Aqua Exports while the workers were cleaning the processing tank. Time for a short break now, but coming up on the other side, Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is in trouble for splurging on advertisements. More on that in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Mirror Now. I'm Krishna Kumar. Another instance of attack on hospitals and medical staff, this time from Hyderabad. The relatives of a 16-year-old boy vandalized the hospital in Lakrika Pool after rumors spread that he died. The 16-year-old is currently being treated in that hospital.
On this show, we had demanded repeatedly that the doctors be given security, and we were given a blanket promise. Shailesh Gandhi, you were here on Friday night.
Next morning, we were told that there will be adequate security, and a very simple demand saying not more than 2 people per patient is something that's so simple to follow.
The action is not in place as it was promised. That is our main contention.
This is not a judgment where a judge is going to take long hours to or long days or many years to solve this mystery.
There is a total failure of criminal justice system in this country. There is no fear of law, it has gone away.
There is no question of failing. You knew that you were not going to do anything. You knew you were not going to take any measures, so you made that false promise. So the question of failing does not arise because you made a false promise in the first place.
शासन ने पुलिस स्टेशंस को अलर्ट रहने के लिए कहा है, कंटिन्यूस राउंड्स चल रहे हैं। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि प्री इस इंसिडेंट्स के और उसके बाद में सिक्योरिटी 100% बहुत बड़ी है।
The security guard, if he is there, needs to be doing his job, which is asking the right questions and stopping the people who don't give him the right answers.
Why don't we have a digital system of taking appointments for BMC also? Why are the doctors overworking?
We are treating
this fight
everything is
this
so
fight is not between the doctor and the public. It is doctor and public and the authorities. Authorities has to address our issues.
Are you watching The Urban Debate? Only on Mirror Now.
Presented by Ford. Feels like family for a change.
Rescue and relief operations are currently underway in Mahoba, Uttar Pradesh, where the Mahakaushal Express derailed late last night. 8 coaches of the train went off track and at least 38 people were injured in the mishap. The ATS is at the spot and is probing the reason behind the derailment. Railway Minister has also ordered a probe into it.
It's very unfortunate that a train incident has taken place, a derailment has taken place in the Mahoba, and the Chief Minister, Shri Yogi Adityanath ji, has asked me to visit the site, for which I am leaving immediately. Whatever is to be provided in the form of relief, the work is being on from the state government since early morning hours, and personally I'll be there to ensure that the relief work continues. And at the same time, whatever is to be done from the state government shall be done, including the compensation. And at the same time, our ATS team is also there. I will be talking to them along with other administrative people involved in the investigation. And whatever is the report will be conveyed to the Chief Minister. But the Chief Minister has been very sensitive. He has directed since early morning hours that everybody should be on the toes to provide the maximum relief which is required to be done. These are a matter of investigation. The NIA and the Railway Police, including the ATS of UP, will be looking into all these matters, and jointly under direction of NIA will be submitting the report.
Fresh trouble is brewing for Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, as Delhi's Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal has directed the Chief Secretary to recover 97 crore rupees from the Aam Aadmi Party. The Lieutenant Governor has claimed that the cash was allegedly splurged by the government on advertisements in violation of the Supreme Court guidelines. The Aam Aadmi Party meanwhile claims that they haven't heard from the Lieutenant Governor just yet.
ये सीधे सीधे जनता के पैसे की लूट है अरविंद केजरीवाल द्वारा और आम आदमी पार्टी के द्वारा। लोगों ने कितना आश्रय से, कितनी आशा से, कितनी उम्मीद से आम आदमी पार्टी को दिल्ली में 70 में से 67 सीट दिया था, लेकिन उस दिन किसी ने सोचा होगा कि दिल्ली की गलियों में लोग अपने घर में नल न लग पाने के कारण पानी का 5-5 घंटे टैंकर से पानी भरते हों, बच्चे पढ़ाई न कर पाते हों, टॉयलेट नहीं हो, सुबह सुबह लोग शौचालय के लिए लाइन लगाते हों, और ये व्यक्ति दिल्ली का पैसा 97 करोड़, जिसके न जाने इतने कितने पैसे के कारण सफाई कर्मचारी परेशान हैं, सफाई कर्मचारी सफाई से भाग रहे हैं, और ये पैसा ये अपनी पार्टी का दिल्ली के बाहर प्रचार करने में लगाते हैं। तमाम दुरुपयोग। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि ये दिल्ली एक तो ऐसे ही ठगा हुआ महसूस कर रही थी, आज जो जानकारी मिली है इससे और भी ठगी हुई महसूस करेगी और दिल्ली का गुस्सा अगले चुनाव में भी निकलेगा। अरविंद केजरीवाल को यथाशीघ्र, आम आदमी पार्टी को यथाशीघ्र ये पैसा राजस्व में जनता के हित के लिए जमा कराना चाहिए।
Maybe a letter is going, maybe government will do some action on it. From what I believe, I think the LG has instructed the Chief Secretary to carry on this process. I remember, we had spoken about this, and if you remember, I had also said that not only should this money be recovered from them, but criminal proceedings should be undertaken. Because, if you have illegally done something and it was in your possession, the government is well within its right to take back something that is public property that you have usurped or taken away. And you must be punished for it. I believe not only if the LG actually believes. See, chori kya hai? I mean, what is robbery? Robbery is if I take this camera from Times Now and keep it with me without informing you, right? Illegal. Even if it is recovered, it does not mean that I have not done something that is, criminally illegal. So I think not only should that money be recovered, I think they must put illegal proceedings against Aam Aadmi Party, especially against its president, and jail him. Right? Because this part, that this has to be recovered very clearly shows. See, this is not an income tax rebate or something, okay, you haven't paid, which is an in-process thing. See, very often government gives a recovery notice. You haven't paid your, property tax or, those are separate issues. In this case, very clearly, you have misappropriated government funds and on a large, huge scale.
Time now for a big exclusive. Mirror Now's editor Faye D'Souza caught up with Sean Tompkins, global CEO of Aarey. Tompkins was in Cannes for the MIPM, one of the world's biggest real estate conferences. Listen as Tompkins speaks about India's REITs push and the importance of RERA.
Right, on the sidelines of MIPIM 2017, thank you for speaking with us and taking time out for me. I want to understand, obviously, from an India perspective, all of the things that you've announced here. I know that RICS is working very closely with the Indian government. How far have you gotten in terms of just advising the government, I know to begin with, on REITs?
Yep.
How much of the advice has been taken?
Yep.
What's happening so far?
Look, I think there are two things that have happened so far. I think firstly, the really important bit is that we began with education, because I think that there was a real recognition at a government level and at our level and an industry level that in order to be able to create the markets that are needed in India in the future, then actually we've got to start by educating the next generation. So I think it's really great, and we've felt massively supported. When you get into areas like REITs, they're underpinned by the quality of valuation standards ultimately, and therefore I think that they're the two aspects that we've worked on. I think that the next area is the whole piece about India and smart cities and data and the use of data, and we're working on looking at data standards within construction to bring some consistency into India at the same time.
So obviously there's a lot being said about RERA and the fact that RERA asks not just developers but also brokers, which is such an unorganized sector, to now register and become more organized. It doesn't though mention qualifications to either be a broker or to be part of a real estate organization. Do you believe that should have already been part of the system, or do you think that it could be phase two?
I think it should be phase two. Actually, it's not unusual in many markets for the broker market to begin with some form of state-based or registration. So that's not an unusual beginning, and I think it's a good beginning to have people who are registered.
Tell me what sort of difference will it make to the customer? And right now India is very customer focused. What difference will it make to the customer to have these developers qualify their workforce?
Well, they'll have to undertake certain requirements, particularly around ethics, integrity and trust, complaints handling facilities, ability to arbitrate if there is a dispute. And I think these are really important things. So in many parts of the world where those standards have been developed, there are really easy mechanisms outside of the courts to deal with construction disputes, because if you're in a situation where the things aren't going right, it can take forever to resolve these things, and if you're a member of the public or an investor, you can't really wait 5 years for the courts to be able to deal with it. So you start to bring in independent expert arbitration, and you accept those arbitrations of experts. So all of these things, I think, will be the dynamics that will be implemented into the marketplace.
And with that, it's a wrap here on this edition of the News on Mirror Now. Thank you so much for watching. This is Krishna Kumar signing off.